advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He completes it to Bryant. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. Looking to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They'll set up the throw. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Pierce. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, and he whips that one incomplete there. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got daylight past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
they got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Steps away to his left. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. The point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
On 1st down, Watson flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Penny. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
On first down, it's Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They run again with Hines. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Now the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Reset. 19. Check. 59. Watch the run. They're running it. Kill.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Penny. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson is complete to Lockett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, a give to Penny. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, look, 24.
Again, it's Penny. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Penny. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Trying to regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
This is it. Great team. Check. With the 9. Okay, double up.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Miami. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And they'll run it again with Penny. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on play. Brings up third down.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1.
Check 52, right?
2nd and 1. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And a completion to Wilson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run with Penny. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check, go get him, go get him, go get him.
This is Penny. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On the run, it's Penny. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
That's another Dolphins first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now it's Penny running right. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.